Hello everyone. So I'm going to start a new series called Childhood Memories, where I talk about childhood memories. Um, yeah, I was going to try and cram it all into one really long video, but I thought I might as well spread it out a bit, because I've got quite a few. How many have I got written down here? About seven. Seven different childhood memories that really stand out to me, that are pretty quirky, pretty strange. Um, yeah. So I'm just going to share one with you at a time. So let's do it. This first one is funny. It's funny and kind of weird at the same time. Um, from the age of about 2 or 3, I would continuously inform people that I was a lovely alien from Mars. Uh, now the funny thing is that I wasn't joking with them when I used to say this. Like, I wasn't just being flippant. It wasn't just like some sort of retort or some sort of like comeback. It was like I meant it in some sort of way. Now I don't know if I literally meant it. I don't think I literally meant I was from Mars. But I think I was definitely trying to express to people from a very young age that this experience felt strange to me. This new life that I'd been thrust into was very unusual and alien to me. Um, I just find it so funny, like imagining my little 2 or 3 year old self saying this, to my parents and friends. And it's interesting when I think back to my thoughts as a child, because they're pretty similar kind of thoughts. It's interesting how thoughts never really evolve. It's just your ability to express and articulate your thoughts that evolve. But man, I remember having very, very deep, complex thoughts. From 2 onwards. I'm sure I had them even younger. I'm sure I had them even as a baby. I'm sure we all do. But I don't think our memory really properly kicks into, around the 2 or 3 mark. At least that's the case for me. I can start remembering, kind of vague memories from that time onwards. But saying that, that goes into a whole other thing where I do have these kind of weird flashbacks sometimes of being in my mum's womb. That's a whole other that's a whole other story for another time. So yeah, I'd just be like, in my little child's voice, I'm a lovely alien from Mars. And people would, I think most people would be confused when I said it, if I remember rightly. Because, it's not something you expect to come out of a little kid's mouth. And the other interesting thing is I had no real reason to say this. It's not like my mum and dad were really keen on researching Mars or outer space or... I had no real reason to say this. It wasn't like I'd heard it from someone else, or I'd heard it on the telly, or, it just came out of me, and it was like this regular reoccurring thing that I said. God, I'm not sure, but it was at least a year or two. I think it might have even gone on a bit longer than that. So yeah, it's a funny memory, and it kind of warms my heart to think about it, because it's just really sweet, and I really relate with my child self, obviously feeling lost and confused and just absolutely baffled by human nature and the world at large. I remember so vividly thinking that this is weird, like, what is this? Like, just this dimension, this reality, this world, these people. And it wasn't that I didn't like it. Don't get me wrong here. I don't want you to think that, like, from a young age I was like, oh, get me out of here, I hate this place. It really wasn't like that. It was just like, this is a different experience. This is not something I've done before. Or if it is something I've done before, this is a whole new way of doing it. Because I'm sure I'd had incarnations on Earth before that. But this was a new type of incarnation. It was, I guess it was a lot more frivolous in a way, because it was just very light-hearted. My parents were lovely and still are. You know, it was never really a strict upbringing. It was fun. And from what I can go on in regards to my past life regressions, I don't think my previous lives on Earth were necessarily light-hearted, frivolous fun, you know? And this new experience was. So it was very strange to me. It was very fun and quirky and all that kind of stuff. But yet I still found it necessary to kind of try to impart to people that I'm not from here. You know, don't get me mixed up with them lot. No, I don't mean it like that. But yeah, so it's a very interesting memory. Let me just look at my notes. Is there anything else I want to say? Yes, there was one last thing I wanted to say. So I was wondering, you know, I'm pretty sure it was just a metaphor for me saying I'm not from here. This is a new kind of experience to me. I don't think I was literally meaning I was from Mars. But then the more and more I think about it, the more and more I think, well, who knows, man? Who knows? Because there is the theory that the human race did originate on Mars. And that's where the whole expression, the fall of man, comes from. You know, that represents our descent from Mars after we fucked it up, pretty much. Hey, that's a pretty out there theory, but it's just one I thought I'd throw out there and do with it what you will. But yeah, if I was to wager money on it or something, I'd probably say I meant it non-literally, in a metaphorical kind of way, just saying, I'm new to this place. Don't abuse me. But like I said, I really do enjoy my life on Earth. I've had some moments where I don't, but all in all, I enjoy it. And I enjoy spending time with humans and being a human. It's fun. I like it. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I didn't really think I'd go on for this long about just one memory. So I guess it's a good thing I've decided to make this multiple videos. Okay. So next time I'm going to be talking about... Oh yeah. This is funny, man. I used to hug strangers in public, just like as a kid. Just would go up to another random kid and just hug them, just out of the blue. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about next time. So yeah, bye for now.